It is another week. We are at week 9 of 75 Hard, if you can believe it, because I can't. So what an amazing week that it's been. It's a lot of changes have happened. There's been so much that's gone on. But just before we get into the vlog, I do want to just share a quick intro. If you're new here, my name is Brona. I have completed 75 Hard before. I did it while I was pregnant on my second child. That whole journey is on my channel. If you just go into my playlist, you'll see it there. This time I am doing it again, but as a mom of 2 toddlers. So I've got a 3-year-old and an 18-month-old. If you don't know what 75 Hard is, basically it's a challenge that you complete for 75 days. There are a list of activities that you have to complete during each and every day, and if you miss even one activity, then you have failed the challenge and you have to start again. This challenge does have a very low success rate, so it might sound really simple, but actually just being consistent with each activity over 75 days, which is 2.5 months of your life, is a lot. So what are the activities and what am I choosing to do for them? I'm just going to do a quick run through and then we'll get straight into the vlog. So the first activity is you need to read 10 pages of a non-fiction book, and it has to be a physical book. I am currently reading The Big Short. This is my 3rd book on this journey. You also need to drink a gallon of water. It has to be plain water with absolutely nothing in it, and I calculate that as 4 litres. So I'm aiming for 4 litres at least per day, but I'm normally drinking a lot more than that, plus teas and coffees and all the things. You have to choose a diet. So you choose any diet that's going to help you be successful in your goals towards your health goals, whatever they are. So for me, my diet this time around, I actually decided to use this 2.5 months of my life to really hone in on home cooking, my culinary skills or lack thereof, baking, etc. So with that in mind, I can eat absolutely anything I want so long as I make it myself, including desserts. So it's not like a really restrictive diet or anything. It's just that I need to home cook or go to a really reputable place if I'm eating out. You also have to take a progress picture every single day. You have to, so you have to do the 2 biggest things that take up the most amount of time. 2 45-minute workouts every day. One of them at least has to be outdoors, and they have to be at least 3 hours apart. So really big on time management and stuff. And I should say on the diet as well that once you've chosen your diet, no cheating and no alcohol. So yeah, that is it for the 75 days. Workout wise, I weight train 3 times a week, so Mondays, Wednesdays and Friday mornings. I do an outdoor walk every single day, and then the days that I'm not weight training, I'm typically doing a yoga at home, yoga video on YouTube. So that's it. So enjoy week 9. It's been really interesting so far. If you haven't already watched the other videos, I do suggest catching up on those just to see kind of like what's been going on, even just in terms of the food. And yeah, let's see what week 9 has to bring.
It is week 9 and I have just finished my workout. I'm about to finish my 2nd bottle of water, and I have checked my progress pictures today. So as per usual, going to go in now, going to fill up my water for a 3rd time, going to feed Saoirse, read my 10 pages, and then I need a shower. But yeah, great start to the week so far. It is freezing, as in like it was 1 degree in my car, according to my car this morning when I got into it, but it is sunny with blue skies, so I love that for me, but it is very 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 cold and I was not dressed for the weather this morning. What else did I want to say about that? I don't know. Can't remember if I said it on the video yesterday, but like last night I literally went through like every single thing in my kitchen. So I went through everything that I have in my fridge, in my pantry, and I sent it to ChatGPT and I was like, look, this is what I have left, so design my recipes and stuff around that, because although they had like pre-designed me recipes, I was like, I might not actually fit what I have and I need to make sure that I'm using up everything. So that's exciting because it's exactly everything that I have, and it's like, you don't have to use everything, but you have to use this. and it was good. It was a lot of back and forth. Like, they had used something that I have one of, they had used it in 2 different recipes, and I was like, well, that doesn't work because I only have one of them, so how am I going to use it twice? So there was a little bit of like back and forth, but like, oh, actually I forgot I also have this and stuff like that, so kind of like adding stuff in. And yeah, so that's exciting because I'm going to be using things that I've had for ages. Like, I've had orzo rice or pasta or whatever you would call it. I've had it there for like ages. I bought it a long time, a couple of months ago, and I have included that now in a recipe. We're gonna go in soon, okay? Yeah, so good morning so far and good start to the week, and I am optimistic. I feel like, you know, it's gonna be a good 2.5 weeks now, and then we are finished. We are on the home stretch. We are at week 9. Just the number 9 just makes me so excited and invigorated. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So the gym, yeah, 2 more seconds and we're going to get out, okay? The gym was upper body today, so I started off with tricep dips and then extensions with a dumbbell. My triceps were burning after. Then I had a landmine press mixed with bicep curls, so I used dumbbells for them. And then it was core, so it was leg flutters, 50 leg flutters, 10 leg lowers, and then I had Saoirse like crawling all over me. I wish I had my camera with me, but it was the other side of the gym. I wasn't going back for it, but she was so cute. Like, when I was doing the landmine press, she was like putting her hand on the bar and like helping me push it up and down, and so I don't know if she was helping or hindering. And then when I was on the mat doing my core, she was climbing all over me, so I incorporated bridges, glute bridges, were her on me as well. So I had them like 3 different exercises, and I was doing 3 sets of them, and then she was also lying on me when I was doing my core as well. And then I wanted to add on a bit more, so I added on the glute bridge, and then I also added on 3 sets of like 10 to 15, I can't remember, like just scap pull-ups hanging from the bar. So that was good. So that was my workout today, and I think my triceps got the best workout of them all. They were burning. They were so hot. But yeah, that's it. So time to go in, read my book, put Saoirse to sleep, drink more water, and yeah, I'm looking forward to having a shower and getting some food. Okay. Oh my god, so I'm reading now, right? But I just keep getting distracted. Like, Saoirse's been asleep ages and I've only started reading, but I just got a flashback of because while I'm reading, I'm like, oh, should I have a shower? Oh, but it's really cold and my hair will be wet. Oh, then I'll be really cold when I go for my walk. Maybe I'll have a shower after my walk. This is where my brain is going while I'm trying to read this, because I just can't settle. But for whatever reason, anyway, I got a flashback to an idea that I had like a thought that I was putting out there before I even started 75 Hard. And I imagine myself every morning before Brona even started school, so this is like back in August, I imagine myself every morning getting up and being out the door in time. I was like, oh, I'll have to leave at like 8:30 every morning to make sure that she's down in school for like in there for like 9:15 start, blah blah blah. I think I've done 1 morning walk. To walk her to school. I think I've done 1 morning walk since she started, and she's been there months. And that was a morning where it was lashing rain, but it was about to be stormy. So I did it earlier in the day just to avoid the worst weather later on. Like, what was I thinking? Or like, why hasn't that manifested? Like, I'm late dropping her to school every day, driving. Never mind being out the door on time to walk her to school. No, I just thought that was funny. I have finally finished my 10 pages, and let me tell you that this book is so good. My distraction is not based on the fact that it's not a good book and it's hard to read. It's so easy to read. It's so fascinating and interesting, and I'm really, really, really enjoying this book, but I still keep getting so distracted. But just an update, I've decided to have my shower later just because like the thoughts of like I could have it now, and the thoughts of actually getting into like hot water is delightful, but then getting out of that hot water and being freezing cold, and then having to go out to collect Brona in the even more freezing cold outside, and then at some stage to also do a walk with like wet hair.
No. No, 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 no. So I'm going to reward myself after my walk with a nice hot shower. So whenever I have my walk, but I do need to do it like sooner rather than later, because obviously like midday is when the temperature is going to be at its highest. But I also don't want to be bringing the girls out in the cold, so I don't really know what I'm going to do. But I need to figure that out. But I'm not going to have my shower anyway. But come here. This book is so good. So I was just reading a piece about like Dr. Mike Burry. It's all like different people that like really spotted what was happening in the subprime lending, but like so easy to read. It's so fascinating. But this character that I'm reading about now, I had a piece there about like how people respond to incentives, and they were just, so he was a doctor that was an investor, and there was a piece there where they were talking about how doctors respond to incentives. So doctors were getting paid like a bucket load to do cataract surgeries, so they were doing like a load of cataract surgeries, and then the Medicare or Medicaid or whatever it was slashed it from like $1,700 per procedure down to like $480 or something per procedure. And then they found this like really obscure, like optometrists, whatever, ophthalmologists, eye doctors. They didn't want to do cataract surgery anymore, so then they went and they found this really obscure procedure that they could make like a bucket load of money on again. And then they created a justification for why to use that procedure, even though there wasn't one. So they said it was to help with injury caused by contact lenses. So then they were doing that. They were doing loads and loads and loads. This like really random, obscure procedure. So they were doing that loads, making loads of money from that. And then that's what actually ended up creating LASIK eye surgery. So mad. But like there was like loads of other examples as well, but it's just making me think so much, because obviously I've got a business and I'm like, okay, incentives, like how can I incentivize people to buy my journal, like what's the incentives there and stuff like that. So it's really making me think. But anyway, really good book. Really good book. I'm so glad I started reading this. I got this, I think I said this to you already, but I got this from like a free giveaway thing in a train station where someone had left it in there. And at some stage, so I found it like for free in a train station, but at some stage this had been sold for €1.50. So obviously it was like a secondhand bookstore. So I don't know how many journeys this has been on. Saoirse was drawing on it, but there's a really cute inscription up at the top. It says, to Connor, Nana and Grandad, Christmas 2015. And then they say, don't get carried away. And I probably said that to you before, but I just think that that is just the sweetest, cutest thing. And Connor, thank you for giving this away, because it means that I'm reading it. But also, I don't know, I'm obviously a very sentimental person, hence my business being on a journal. But Granny and Grandad, Nana and Nana and Grandad won't be around forever. That was 10 years ago. Coming up on the 10-year anniversary of them giving Connor this book. And are they still here? I don't know. And would Connor at a later stage appreciate this? Like when he first got that inscription, like maybe he's in finance or something. We don't know what he's doing. So he could have rolled his eyes and be like, oh, don't get carried away. Okay. You know, 10 years ago. But now, would he just think it was cute that they thought as much to get him this book? I don't know. I feel bad for Connor, but I feel good for me. So lunch is served. We have some flatbread, we have some Caesar salad, some steak, some fresh tomato, and there's also some fried mushroom. Mushroom seems like a random ad, but ChatGPT said to do it, so I did. We're out walking. It is coming up to 7 o'clock. I have a business call now in a few minutes.
Just in terms of food and everything, so I did my walk earlier with the girls. It was very cold. We had all our hats on and everything. And then we had an appointment and then just home for a short while before. Mama, yeah, and Baba. Yeah, Saoirse. So I didn't have time actually to cook dinner. So what we did was we ordered from a restaurant, did collection, and then ate at home. So we had like feather bladed beef and veg and stuffing and gravy and potato. It was very nice. So I'm fairly stuffed now, but I would like to have maybe a cacao later on after my call. My throat's starting to get sore, so I hope I'm not getting sick. What?
Where's your...
And yeah, so my snack today, according to ChatGPT, was going to be like bread with peanut butter and banana. I might still do that again, I'm not sure, but I was still hungry after my lunch, so I actually had it with the flatbread earlier on. And it was delicious actually with the flatbread, so may or may not have that after. I'll see how I feel, or I might have cacao. But either way, I'll have something later. And then I've got one last water left, which I've been kind of leaving. So I have it there for my call in case I need some water. But other than that, all done. What a good day. Bye bye. It is Thursday morning. It's just gone 11 o'clock. Saoirse's asleep. I just finished my 10 pages and I'm about to finish my second bottle. I am so cold. Oh, I've also taken my picture, which is great. I'm so cold. Brona has a cough, so I decided this morning not to bring her to school, so it's a different kind of a day. I haven't done any kind of workout or anything yet, but although it's literally freezing, like in the minus outside, I'm going to do a walk in kind of like the afternoon, because I just figured that's when it's going to be the warmest, which is a very relative term. We're going to go downstairs now. We're going to do a bit of work together. She has like an activity book for school that she needs to like stick pictures in and colour and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to do a bit of that on the dining room table. Carl will be home for lunch in about an hour or so, and I think he might be working from home after that. I'm not sure. But yeah, just going to do that with her, then go for a walk, and then probably just a yoga later on. And that's it. So different kind of a day today, but it will be good. We'll get everything done that we need to get done. Alrighty, I am making some food now. So I am kind of making it up as I go, but kind of incorporating stuff that I've learned from ChatGPT. So I don't have a lot of stuff left in terms of like breakfast style food. I had one rasher which I've chopped up. I've no chorizo left. I have cut up a few potatoes because Carl will be home for lunch today, so he's going to have some of this. I've put 4 eggs into a cup that I'm going to mix around and whisk for when the time comes for that. And I have prepped, I'll show you actually, I've prepped some peppers that I had left over, some onion, there's the egg. I have a tiny bit of cottage cheese that I want to use. I'll cut up some fresh tomato to have on top. I do have some sauerkraut, may or may not use that. And I have some mushrooms that I want to use, and I have some spinach that I want to use. And here is the potato and the rasher cooking away. And then actually in the air fryer I've also cooked steak. So it's cooked anyway, regardless of like how much is eaten today. I maybe didn't need to cook the 3 steaks, but I did. I've decided to keep the mushroom till dinner, so I'm not going to use the mushroom now. This is actually just a lot, and I feel like it's going to be really filling. And also because everything has changed diet wise, I did buy this like protein bread which is starting to go a bit moldy, so I want to see if I can salvage some of that as well today and tomorrow, and just so I don't lose my 50 cents that I spent on it. And there are a few slices that are gone a bit weird, but let's see what we can do with that. I'm out walking and on my own, which is always nice. It is still really icy here. It's like literally freezing. So it's nice to get this walk done now, and then I can just do yoga or something later. I have had like a stomach issue all day today, which is no bueno. But look, I had all that food and I added sauerkraut to it as well for a bit of extra flavour. So that's it. I feel like I've done so much today, but I've done so little, and I really want to now get home after this walk and just do some work that I need to do. I just really want to prioritise that. I do love blue skies and sunshine. I love it. So motivating. And again, I did get like a load of housework stuff done that needed to be done, but yeah, I really want to prioritise now my work when I get home. It is just gone 8 o'clock. I completely forgot to record my dinner. So basically what I did, just because I'd kind of used up like different bits and I just wanted to like kind of refine what it is that I had. So I went back into ChatGPT and I was just like, look, I need new recipes based on what I have. Again, listed out everything I have, and so I was like, basically this is everything that I have. You know, write me some dinners for the next couple of nights. And it came back with 3 different recipes. So I did one of them. It was basically my pasta bolognese that I would normally do, with like extra carrot, and there were a couple of like different things that I wouldn't normally do. Like for example, I was saying to put a splash of the pasta water into the sauce, like with the mince. So that was cool. And also the powdered parmesan that I have, it was like actually pour that into the sauce, whereas I would normally just put that on top of the bolognese once it's done. Hold on. So anyways, I had pasta bolognese, which was good. And then I didn't have a dessert. I had cacao. So again, like chopped up cacao, put it in with regular milk. Had ground ginger, mixed spices and honey in it. We actually don't have any bananas left, so couldn't have a banana and peanut butter. And that's it. So I still have to do my yoga, and I've got almost 1 bottle of water left. No, I don't mind the bottle of water, but I really could not be arsed with the yoga, so I'm feeling very like unbothered and lazy with this whole situation, so may or may not do my yoga. I probably will, but I could really see myself not doing it. Anyway, that's it. It's 10 o'clock. I have finished my water. I did a yoga. I wasn't going to do the yoga. My husband came up. It was 9 o'clock. I had actually forgotten about my yoga within that hour. And then he said it to me, and then he was like, I'm going to take Saoirse, because she was still awake, just go do the yoga. And you know what, I did it, and it was actually really enjoyable. I always feel good after doing it, but I always dread doing it beforehand. But I'm becoming that person. It's like, I never regret a workout once you do it, but like I'm actually like, because it's not until I start doing it and stretching that I realize how tight I am, and then I always just feel like I have like fixed myself to an extent by doing it in the first place. And I always think like, oh, tomorrow in the gym, now that I've done this yoga, like, you know, I won't be as tight and stuff like that, and you know, it might prevent injury, or it might, you know, help me with my range of movement and stuff like that. So I don't know, I'm glad I did it, but I actually really wasn't going to do it. Anyway, it's 10 o'clock, I'm going to sleep, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye. Happy Friday! It is 11:15. Just finished the gym, had a really good session there, all back. I love training back, and I've really noticed an improvement in my strength and my muscles, so I'm really happy with that. I think I got one cute clip of Saoirse helping me with my deadlifts, but other than that, was just focus. So I had, my first round was deadlifts, weighted back extensions with a bar. I had like 5 kilos each side, and then I did bent over row with the same bar, and for the last 2 sets I added on 2.5 either side as well. Then after that it was chest supported rows, and I was up to 10 kilo barbells each side, and with that was lat pull downs with the cable machine. So I had, I think, 5 kilos either side, and again I think I added 2.5 on to that as well. Can't fully remember. Maybe I didn't add the 2.5 to the first one, maybe I just added it to the cable machine after. And then I finished off with an easy bar, just bare for wide angle bicep curls, and then lateral raises. So 3 sets of that and 4 sets of the others. So now I've got a very tired girl going to go in the huge, top up my water. I have 2 bottles done. Read my 10 pages while I put her to sleep, and then we shall see. It is literally freezing. Like my trainer was saying that this morning when she went out for a walk it was -6. Yeah, it's so cold, so not looking forward to my walk, but again, at least it's nice blue skies, so I will take that any day. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a feed now. I'm not sure what food I have. I'm kind of coming down to the point where I'm going to need to go for a shop soon, but I definitely have some eggs. I think there's some mushrooms, there's onions and garlic, and we shall see. I'll put what's in it into the ChatGPT. There's no rashers, no treats, so no nothing like that, so we will see what it comes back with. But other than that, I'm looking forward to a nice feed. I'm looking forward to a cup of tea actually, just to warm my hands. And big news! We have big news this morning. So yesterday I had a very bad tummy, but that's not the first time since this whole journey has started. But I woke up this morning, decided to weigh myself, and I was 72 kilos on the dot, which is huge. So obviously, like, you know, just things do take time. I was getting flashbacks of the time that we lived in China, and I was with a one-on-one personal trainer 3 times a week and doing like loads of walks and stuff like that and eating well, and for months there was nothing happening with my weight. Like, it was just stagnant, so much so that a couple of times, not just once, a couple of times I actually cried on the gym floor because I was just so sad. Anytime that we would like do, they had like a really good scanner where they would do like a full body scan and there'd be no change. And my trainer, his name was Bear, he was lovely. He was such a sweet like guy, and he was like, please don't give up, please keep going. I'm like, ooh. But eventually the weight just fell off me. So look, put it into ChatGPT. I was like, look, I had an issue yesterday with my tummy, however, you know, that's not the first time, and you know, I've come down to 72, and this was on the chat where I've been talking about body recomposition and how like there was no change despite everything that had been happening and going on to stuff. And you know, obviously it was aware that it had started just in the last few days to like make my recipes and stuff, and it was like, look, this is real weight, you know. It's, you know, the diet is obviously helping with like water retention and reducing inflammation. Obviously yesterday had probably an effect on it, but not too much, and this is how it's going to be. And it said, don't worry if you start seeing it yo-yoing from like 72 up to like 72.4 and then back down to 72.2, like, you're not doing anything wrong, just keep going. You want to get out? Yeah, 1 sec. And if we just keep going, then by my end date, which is December 7th, I should hit 70.0 kilos. That's what it's estimating, that I'm on track for that. So we will see. Like, that seems like ages away, but realistically I'm 72. It's 2 kilos. Got a couple of weeks left. It just feels crazy only because there hasn't been any shift. So I'm like, will it really? But let's see. So that is a huge win, and I'm delighted. So can't believe I almost forgot to say that to you. But yeah, I did notice today when I was doing, so I have like this hoodie, I've got like a thermal jumper, and then I've got like a gym top on underneath, and I start off my training sessions with everything, and then one layer comes off and then the other, and by the time I was doing my bicep curls and everything, I was just down to like my gym top, which doesn't have sleeves or anything on it. Like, it's literally just a gym top. and I could really actually see my biceps and everything popping. Oh, obviously I had just trained them a lot with all the heavy lifting for the back, but I do think I'm starting to see like a muscular change in my body as well. So really glad I didn't quit. It has been tough. Last night I almost quit. I really did. I just wasn't feeling good yesterday and almost quit. But one of the reasons actually I didn't was Carl. So he was really the MVP last night. But also because of how I had been feeling yesterday, I was like, look, at least just see it through till tomorrow morning and weigh yourself. There was something in my mind being like, wait until the morning, don't quit now. Just keep going and see how you are in the morning. And yeah, starting off with good news. Okay, so we're gonna go bye-bye. You wanna say bye-bye? You don't want to say bye-bye? Cheeky monkey. Bye! So I am using up the protein bread that I had. This is basically just using what I had left. So I have a full avocado, tiny bit of sauerkraut on top. Inside the egg, it's a 3-egg scramble. There are 2 types of onion, mushroom, and some tomato as well. So this is my brunch. It is just gone 5:30. We are just back from an outdoor walk. All of us got to go together, which was really nice. And now I'm going to make a dinner. So I think out of all the food that I have, I've got 2 meals left. So I've got dinner tonight and brunch tomorrow. I'm going for a massage tomorrow from like 11 to 12:30, which I'm very excited about. So I probably just have food after that. So I probably will be pretty hungry, and the ingredients that I have are quite sparse. But having said all that, tonight I'm making something I never heard of before, never thought of doing before. I'm basically making a lasagna in a pan a la ChatGPT. So I've only ever done or thought of a lasagna from an oven. But what's so funny is last night ChatGPT was mentioning this to me, and I was like, wait, explain this to me. So this is all done like in a pan, like, or what, like a frying pan? They're like, yeah. And then I was on Instagram last night, and I'm always getting, as again, social media recipes. It was like a lazy lasagna in a pan. I was like, I've never in my life seen this, so don't know if that's the algorithm or coincidence, but there we go. So I'll just show you what I have here. So I'm heating up some oil. I've got some Irish beef steak mince. The veg I've got is some onions, broccoli, carrot, mushroom, and green beans. I've got a can of chopped tomatoes. I've got a can of white lasagna sauce. I've got my lasagna sheets. I am coming to the end of this Parmesan thing, so I'll probably use up the rest of that. Salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, and I think that's it. And I'm also just going to do a Caesar salad on the side as well. First step is just to brown the mince. So I am working on that there now on a medium to high temperature. Once that's browned, then I'm going to add in this veg. Then once that's softened, I'm actually going to put in some fresh garlic. And I think it's the chopped tomatoes then from there. So let's see. But I'm really excited to see how this turns out. So let's... I was skeptical last night, but after seeing the video of it and seeing like the visual, I'm more optimistic. So yeah. All veg is cooked and in there. I've had it in for a little while. As per the recipe, next thing is to add in the 2 sauces, which I have just done. And it says to season a little bit more, so I've already seasoned it a little bit, so I might add a little bit more. Then I think the next is to simmer the food for 10-15 minutes before adding in the pasta sauce, but I need to double check that. Or not the pasta sauce, the pasta sheets. So I'm either going to be putting in the pasta sheets now while it simmers, or I'll be adding it in after. But this is going to be mad. I'm interested to see what this will be like. Alrighty, so I'm adding in the pasta sheets now. So I just broke them up. Probably did way too much, but like, we like the pasta, so that's all good. And as per the video that I watched last night, you just kind of like use your spoon to submerge them in the sauce. That's how they cook. They need to be in the sauce. I feel like I don't have enough sauce here. So here we are. cooking away. Reduce the heat down, leave it here for 6 to 8 minutes, the recipe says, and then you check the pasta. I think you are kind of like in that time and to stir it a bit and just make sure that the pasta is getting cooked. But yeah, I'm very excited, and then I'm just going to top it with the Parmesan. It is Saturday morning. We just had ballet and I've got a massage in about an hour and 20 minutes or so. So I'm just going to do my 45-minute walk now. I'll still be early for my massage, but I can just go into a cafe or something for a few minutes. Oh, did I take my pictures this morning? I don't think I did. I have to take my pictures when I get home. And I'm only on my first water, but we'll get it all done. I'm walking home from my massage and oh my gosh, that was like unreal. So at the beginning she was standing on me, she had her foot in my ass, like elbows in the palms of my hands. I was holding on to hot stones. She obviously did massage. I got cupping done, which I haven't got done in so long. We used to get it all the time in China and it would be proper like fire and glass, whereas here it's not, it's suction cup. But got cupping done, full body massage, obviously hot oil massage on my back and all over really. Unreal, really getting into the nooks of my neck and everything, saying it was tense. She also said that my skin is really clear head to toe. She was saying that I'm really flexible. She was doing like loads of like manipulation, like stretching and stuff. Like, oh my god, it was so good. But unfortunately she's only here covering for the month, so she actually works in Carlow. It was a Thai massage place. Because I was like, oh my god, this is unreal, I want to get this all the time, but she won't be here. So anyway, that's unfortunate. But yeah, she was saying like my skin is really clear, and I was like, oh, that's good. I was like, I don't do anything with it, and she's like, it's probably water. And I was like, yeah, I drink a fair amount of water. And then with the flexibility, I was just thinking of the all the yogurt that I do. Anyways, time to go home and get some food and top up my water. I've only had one water today so far, and it's after 12, so I need to go home, eat, drink some water, and then I think we're actually heading out for the day to go shopping and stuff, so that will be fun. It's coming up to 1 o'clock. I'm home and cooking. I've prepped what I have. So basically I just said to ChatGPT, this is what I have left, make me something. So I literally have 4 eggs left. I had a bit of broccoli, some green beans, 1 potato, some onion, and 1 tomato, a few bits of mushrooms. So I'm doing the usual, but with that, and I'm using paprika as a seasoning this time because I just want to kind of test and see how spicy or non-spicy it is, because I love flavour, but I don't want something that's going to burn my mouth or that I can't share with the girls. Something else I had was 2 slices of white bread left. One was the heel, I actually love the heel, and I had some sliced cheese left, so I just actually toasted the bread and just put a slice of cheese on each just for that to melt, and I'm going to have that as the base for my egg mixture to go on top of. It is 6:20 and we went to shopping centre. I got a gym nut, just a regular size, not a large one this time. And I also had a little bit of one of those plain flapjacks. But
I'm going to eat right there.
You're going to have your dinner? What do you have for dinner? Tell the people.
I have pasta.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, I didn't really want a dinner tonight, so I'm just going to have a Greek yogurt with blueberries, grapes, dates and prunes, and some peanut butter, flaxseed and chia seed.
I'm going to have something like a dessert.
Oh, really? What kind of dessert?
Yogurt or ice cream.
Oh, we don't have ice cream, but maybe yogurt?
No.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I am going to do my yoga now. It is 7:20. I just want to get it done. Yeah, I'd like to be able to show you my back actually, but I don't know how I'd be able to do that with all the cupping on it. But anyway, I'm looking forward to just getting this done now. And I still need to read, so I need to get on that. But other than that, I'm on my last water. So yoga, read, water, done for today. And tomorrow is Sunday. I really need to focus tomorrow on, on business stuff, like really, because Black Friday is less than a week away and I still haven't created my reel that I need to do to then make an ad so I can put it up onto my socials and stuff like that. So anyway, I did get some good news for my business today and there's a lot of good stuff happening, but I just need to keep on it now and really focus tomorrow. So tomorrow will be 75 hard and business and food shop, because I didn't do a food shop today, so there's nothing in the house. Okay. It's Sunday morning. Things are a little bit different today. I have loads of stuff to do on top of a food shop. So my husband just brought me a big massive coffee, which I cannot wait to drink and devour. The girls are downstairs with him, so I'm actually going to read now and get this out of the way. It's coming up to 9 o'clock, I think. After this, I'm going to get dressed, go and do the food shop nice and early so it's done, and then that frees me up for the day to do everything that I need to do. So really hope that I'm setting myself up for success here. I might even do my walk. See, this is the problem, because I have 75 hard tasks to do, I end up procrastinating on the work I need to do, and then it's hours later, because then there's also house stuff that needs to be done, i.e. the food shop or cleaning or cooking or whatever it is, and that's where all my time is drained in terms of like my business and work stuff that I need to do. But I really need to prioritize that today. So listen, I might just do, should I do my walk early and get it out of the way? I don't know, I have to think about that. But what I am going to do is read my book. So off I go before the girls come tearing up here and then I'm distracted again. I am really interested to see how much all of this comes to. It's coming up to 2:20. What a day so far. So have the walk done. Oh no, I didn't bring my bottle of water with me. That's okay. I'm on to my third water, so I'll definitely get more into me anyway before the end of the day. So I need to finish the third one and do the fourth one. I have taken my picture, I've read my 10 pages, I've done my walk, can't remember if I've said that. And then just for breakfast, I just wanted something simple and easy after all of the walking and food shopping and everything. So I just had 3 boiled eggs and 4 slices of white toast. I actually didn't anticipate having 4. I did anticipate having 3, but I thought my baby, like my daughter, would have another one, but she didn't, so I had it. I don't care. 2 of them were buttered, 2 were not. And yeah, so right, I went into Aldi because I have to get a few bits there that is just better than Tesco. Like my daughter doesn't like the taste of certain things in Tesco that she loves from Aldi, that she has for like every day in school. My Aldi shop came to €50 for like not even a full like one little shopping bag. Now there was stuff in there, like there was some bin bags, there was some nappies, like stuff like that, but €50. That whole trolley in Tesco came to 157. Like there's so much in there, so much like fruit, veg, meat, you know the sitch at this stage, like all really high quality meal, like food. I'm gonna make so many nice meals tonight. Tonight is a Greek meal on the menu, so
I'm really excited to make dinner tonight. I'm really excited to make a lot of the meals that I'm going to be having. Like we have loads of potatoes, loads of sweet potato, like there's so much good stuff. And I was like a lot of back and forth. Like yesterday, my husband, because I was meant to be doing the food shop yesterday and I wanted to get my shopping list from ChatGPT sorted, and my husband was like, what are you doing on there? Because like I was literally, I'd say, for hours on ChatGPT, but like there was just so much back and forth. Like I just felt like a lot of the meals kind of in terms of cooking were like same. I was like, I need something different, I need some variety, like use an air fryer, use an oven, like, you know, steam, like different types of like cooking, different types of meal. I was like, I want different cuisines. I want Mexican, I want Greek, I want Asian, you know, like give me something different, like. And so there was a lot of back and forth, but we eventually got there, and I'm very excited for this week's cooking and meals and food. And it's all the meals and stuff are within kind of like the ways that I want them to be. I want them to be like high volume, high protein, lowish calories. Like I don't want too low calories because I need to get my calories in, but like especially I'm only having 2 meals and a snack, so I don't want them like too low calorie, but like more focused on like high volume foods, hence more sweet potato and stuff this week. And also I wanted my brunch meals to be like less labor intensive. I feel like I've been doing a lot of cooking for like the 2 meals. I don't want to have to like constantly be like chopping onions and all this sort of stuff and potatoes, blah blah blah, which sounds counterproductive to what I just said, but I feel like that's why I really wanted to have boiled eggs today, because it's just simple, like, you know. So I'm hoping that the breakfast is like slash brunch this week is going to be more reasonable in terms of like how much cooking is involved, and then I don't mind as much for dinner. But yeah, so that's it. So I'm gonna go in now. Carol's home with the girls. I'm gonna go in, get a load of work done, please God. I'm going into a coffee shop now, and I always want to feel really good about myself when I walk out of here, that I'm like, yeah, I got loads done. So I literally have a school bag of all of my bits and bobs. I'm just going to sit here for a few hours until I get done what I need to get done. So with all that being said, it's time for me to go. I will be getting like coffees or whatever in here. I'm not too worried about that, although it is drinking calories, but I'm still fairly stuffed from my eggs, I won't lie, so I probably won't be having a lot, but I definitely won't be eating anything. But I wouldn't mind getting something kind of nice, like a chai latte or something like that. Do you know? Okay, gotta go. It is dinner time and I am knee deep in it. It's a very much trust the process situation going on here. It's a Greek chicken orzo bowl. We'll see. So I've never cooked orzo pasta before, and it just kind of looks slop to me, so I don't know if I've done it right. I have cooked some veg, so I'll just show you what I have. So this is cooked. It's green beans, broccoli and mushroom. I am in the process of cooking some chicken breast. The recipe called for 2. I've done 3. I've chopped up, it was meant to be 1 tomato, I did 2, probably 1 would have been enough. I've chopped up some red onion. And then this is to make a sauce. So this is 3 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. I'm going to put in a teaspoon of capers and like a few other bits, salt, pepper, lemon, water, and I think something else. So I don't know how this is going to work with the sauce, but sure. We will keep going. We'll trust the process and see what happens. I don't know how Greek this is at the end of the day, but hopefully it just all works together really nice, because I was very optimistic about it before I started cooking it, so let's see. Right, so I've added the capers, salt and pepper, and now a squeeze of lemon. Oh, and it says to add in a splash of water, which is optional for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it'll be nice actually now that I'm kind of seeing it together. It's coming up to 9 o'clock and it is yoga time. Are we doing our yoga, Saoirse? Yeah. Good job. I'm just down making some tea and decaf coffee before I go to bed. I've done my yoga just now. I always feel good after yoga, and even during yoga, but I always dread doing it beforehand. What is that about? Anyways, that dinner
I actually couldn't even eat most of it. I ate the chicken, but I don't know, it was like making me want to gag, like I was feeling sick eating it, rotten, no bueno. So yeah, I wouldn't make that again. I don't know what it was, there was something about it just wasn't sitting right with me. And that's such a shame because I had such high hopes for it, but tomorrow is another day, so I have a very full fridge, so I just need to see what I can do to alleviate that, and tomorrow I will do my best to do so. Anyways, that is it for me tonight. I'm actually going to fill up my water again, even though I've done my 4 bottles, I feel like I haven't had enough water, so I'm going to drink more water now, and I'm just going to go to bed and chill out. Good morning, it is Monday, it is just gone 11 and I am about to put Saoirse to sleep and read my 10 pages. Again, I know I've said it, but I'm really enjoying this book and I'm very excited to watch the film again. Yeah, I was in the gym this morning. I definitely had a feeling of like kind of Groundhog Day today. I feel like I'm getting to the point where I need a break, not from 75 Hard, but just in general, do you know, when you're like, right, I'm due like a little holiday or a little adventure or something. But we do have one coming up, so it is the end of December. We're actually going to Portugal for a couple of weeks, so I know that that's there, so I just have to keep remembering that. And we also have like a couple of like Christmas dinners and lunches and stuff coming up, so there is a lot of stuff coming up, so I just need to push through. Speaking of pushing through, I had the realization last night, like I know I was like, oh my god, like I'm in week 9, blah 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 blah, but the day after tomorrow is the start of week 10, and I know like 10 comes after 9, but the thoughts of being in week 10 of 75 Hard is mad. Like 9 was mad, but like 10 is mad. Like I'm pretty much finished. Do you know what I mean? Like that's crazy. Like 10 is the last full week, you know, and then the following Wednesday when I finish week 10, it'll be just like a countdown to Sunday, because it's like obviously 75, so there's an extra 5 days on top. But I'm coming into like my last full week of the challenge, so that's pretty crazy. It's pretty amazing, and I have a lot of cool stuff going on between now and then to kind of keep me occupied. I've got Black Friday and Cyber Monday, so I'm like super like mentally focused on that. I've got like a hair appointment, a nail appointment, I've got loads of different things, so it's exciting. It's coming very close to the end now. I need to have a word with ChatGPT because that dinner last night was not it. It was weird. Carl liked it, I didn't like it. No. An orzo pasta is actually hard to cook. Like I don't know. I've had orzo before, but it was always cooked for me and it was nice, but I don't know. I need to, maybe I'll try it again because I still have like half the packet left, but yeah, that wasn't it. Okay, gotta go. Oh! Alright, thank you. So, lunch wasn't great, it was okay. But we are now in the process of making 2 soda breads. So, we're going to gift one to Brona's teacher tomorrow. Yeah, Brona first. And have one for ourselves. Here we are. This is just fresh out, so I'm going to cover this over and let that rest and sit. We're going to give this to Brona's teacher tomorrow. We're going to cut this open now and have some butter on it, maybe some jam. I'm very hungry actually today. That lunch did not satisfy me at all. It's only 4:30 and it's dark. Like, this is crazy. The roads here are so slanted that it's like really hard to walk with the double buggy. But both girls are asleep, so anyway, I'm just going to get myself home. I'm about halfway through my walk and make some dinner. It is almost midnight. This is the latest that I've done a video.
I've completed everything. So I had my walk earlier, had my workout this morning, obviously. Water is done. Food, I wasn't really recording much today, so brunch wasn't great. My frying pan was dirty, so I thought I would change it up a little bit, but yeah, it wasn't great. I wasn't really satisfied from it. I made soda bread, which was good. So I had a few slices of that, which was nice. And then dinner was nice. So we had like smash burgers, and I chopped up some potato to have chips. And I used up, there was a little bit of like mango chutney left, so I just used it up as like a little dip for the chips. So that was kind of like my sweet thing. I didn't have a snack with that. But what else? I had made like a Caesar salad kit, and Carl and the girls had most of it, but I did have a little bit of that as well. That's kind of it. So just a very busy day. Lots of social media stuff, like just with the business and everything, and obviously like cleaning the house, cooking the bread or baking the bread, like just all of the things. It's just been a busy day, so I haven't really been recording much. But I'm also feeling a bit sick, like my throat is sore, and I'm sniffly and stuff, so yeah, I just kind of feel like mentally I'm just like all over the place. Like it's Black Friday week, so everything is just like kicking off and getting busy. Obviously I'm busy with everything here, but it's also come up to Christmas time, and it's just like really busy. So with business, but then also just like with life, like there's just so much going on. I'm just trying to like keep on top of everything, hence actually why I'm still awake now. Like normally if I am still awake now, it's because I'm scrolling or I'm watching something, whereas that's not the case. Like I'm just after shutting off the laptop. Catching up on things because I just wanted to get everything on my list done that I had for today done, so that I can go in tomorrow and try tackle everything else. Like even while I was looking at my emails to do things that I had on my list for today, I'd forgotten about one or two things, so I put them down on my list for tomorrow. So yeah, it's a lot, but like if I just kind of keep on top of it, like that means I'm getting through a lot. Like I am doing a lot, but it's just busy, you know. Anyway, tomorrow I don't have the gym, but I do need to post off 3 of my journals. So what I think I'll do is, weather permitting, but it should be okay, I hope and I think, drop Rona and then walk with Saoirse down towards the post office and just like do the walk in the morning, and then at least it's done. And I'll have my post office done then as well, which is good. So anyway, I'm tired. Just not much to report on really, so I'll leave it at that.
Morning! So Brona has been dropped, as has a loaf of soda bread, to her school. So just on my morning walk now. Just thought I'd get it done early. Gorgeous day. So nice just having this on our doorstep. It's cold, but it's blue skies and sunny, so I'll take that. I have my second bottle of water here. I'm almost done it, and I took my picture this morning, and today is the last day of week 9. I am honestly delighted that I did this. So proud of myself. I know I'm not finished yet, but I am very much so looking forward to this being finished. Unfortunately, we got news last night that a Christmas dinner that we had bought tickets for, it's for like this group that we're in, has been postponed to January,
which is like completely different vibe. It is a business group, so look, maybe by the time we have it in January, it'll be more kind of like New Year, setting goals, all that sort of stuff, who knows. But I was really looking forward to like getting nicely dressed and just going and really enjoying like a festive dinner. But anyways, frees up that evening for us now. We still do have like another business group Christmas lunch, which will be really nice. But yeah, it's just one of these things that like post 75 hard I was really looking forward to, but there's so much to look forward to this time of year. I was having a think last night about this whole experience as opposed to the first time I did it, and I have some like really interesting just reflections on doing it from January 1st onwards to doing it kind of like going into winter and into Christmas. And I'm glad that I kind of did it because it's polar opposite of each other, and I've got a lot of like learnings from that. So anyways, I'm going to ponder on that, and I might just do like a full kind of like reflection video at the very end once I'm done. But anyway, my hand's getting cold from holding this phone, so I'm going to put it in my pocket. I'm going to listen to my book. I finished that book about Facebook, which was really interesting, Careless People. And then I listened to a book about an Irish guy, Bernard Phelan, who he was like in his 70s, I think. Dad was in his 90s. He's from Ireland but living in France. Gay married man with his husband Roland, HIV positive, and he was over in Iran to actually promote Iranian tourism. He'd been there a few times, ended up getting arrested for nothing, and was kept hostage for 222 days in an Iranian prison. And he had both the French and the Irish, more so the Irish government, fighting for his release. And amazing book. Again, just like a random book that I stumbled upon. And now I'm listening to, I only started it, I'm not really sure about it, I may or may not continue. It's the story behind Marmite, the Australian spread. Love it or hate it. But it's an Australian accent. I feel like I've been listening to a lot of Australian accents recently, whether it's on TV, like I don't watch TV, but like TV shows that I watch on my phone, or books that I was listening to, because I was also listening to another book which I didn't finish actually, and it was called Not Just the General Manager's Wife, I think it was, and it was about life on a ranch in Australia. And I was listening to it, but then I wasn't able to renew it and my loan expired, and I was happy enough just to kind of let it go. I might like download it again before the end of the year and just finish it off. But there was that, and now there's this Marmite one, and I don't know, I hope it gets more interesting. It's kind of interesting, but not really. We'll see where it goes. But that's it. Bye. We are having some food out because it just makes more sense with the car and with parking and stuff. Rona will be finished soon. Yum yum yum. That's nice. You hungry? I am going to attempt a Greek dinner again, a different one this time. I have chicken cooking in the air fryer. I haven't cut it yet. I'll just cut it once it's cooked. I just find it easier and less gross. So I have on that oregano, salt and pepper. And now I'm going to make a tzatziki sauce. It's going to be in flatbread, and I have to make a salad as well to go with it. So I think it's going to be really nice. But let me just show you what so it's 150 grams of Greek yogurt. I've just minced some garlic in there. I'm going to put in some lemon juice. I'm currently grating an onion, cucumber, and not doing a very good job at it. And I think something else, maybe oil, can't really remember, but we're getting good at making this.
sauce, and then something I'm doing this time which I didn't do last time, which is now in the recipe because ChatGPT is always changing the recipes, is putting it into the fridge for at least 5 minutes, if not 10 to 15, so as long as the chicken is taking, to thicken it up. So once you have all these in, mix it up, stick it into the fridge. I've added in olive oil, I've added in lemon, I've added in some oregano. This is genuinely making me excited. It looks good so far. So I'm going to mix this up, then add in some cucumber, mix it up again, and then put it in the fridge. But this is actually genuinely making me excited. I feel like this is going to be a Greek meal that I am really going to like. I love Greek food. Quick video before I call the girls. So here we are. I'm so excited. So flatbreads, they have been heated up and toasted. I am going to put my tzatziki, which I have made. Oh, I'm so excited to taste it. I love tzatziki. So if this is actually tzatziki, I'm going to be so happy. So you spread that on it first, then some spinach leaves, then some chicken, then my salad plate. So tomato, cucumber, onion, capers, 2 types of olive, drizzle of lemon. You put your feta on top and some olive oil. Oh, I'm so excited! It's going so good. I am so excited for this. And obviously some of this for my husband as well, but he's on a call at the moment, so I am going to call the girls now. They actually love like olives, capers, chicken, all that sort of stuff. They'll probably have some in the sauce. Doubt they'll have the feta, but yeah, they basically have this anyway, so they might have a bit of cucumber, but yeah, I'm excited. I just tasted this and it is delicious. Here we are. I definitely have way too much in these, but I don't even care.
The chicken goes into my tomb.
I'm so excited. It is 9:10. We are just about to start our yoga. I'm sure this one is going to go to sleep very soon, but she did have like a 4-hour nap today, so I'm not surprised that she's still a bit wired. But I can't wait any later, so I'm just going to do my yoga now. I'm actually going to do a prenatal yoga. I found that some of them, like when I was doing 75 hard the first time, I was like heavily pregnant. So I was doing like daily yoga and I found some really good practices. At the time I was new to yoga, so I didn't know they were really good. But since doing like regular yoga, I find that I actually kind of miss some of the pregnancy ones. So that is the plan for tonight, is one called Radiantly Rooted. Okay, bye-bye. So what an absolutely mad week, really interesting. You know, it's been really busy for me, obviously prepping for Black Friday, also just like personally kind of starting to prep towards the Christmas period. We are away for all of Christmas, so we're trying to really stick as much in personally in terms of like home visits, Christmas presents, all that sort of stuff before we go. So it's kind of just like getting prepped for that. So busy time. I've also, and everyone in the house is being slightly sick, so just sore throats, all that sort of stuff. Not too bad. It's a bit of a weird one. It's like very kind of like a vague sickness, but it's still there. Like my throat right now is really dry, so we had that. It was an interesting week. Like, even though the last 9 weeks of this challenge have been completely different, my life is different all the time. Like, I'm always doing new things, I'm always learning new things. Like, you know, there's so much going on. There's definitely nothing that's boring in my life, but I did definitely this week get that sense of like Groundhog Day when I was going to the gym. I was just like, oh my god. And I just really feel like that's a sign for me that I need to have some kind of an adventure or something exciting going on in my life, just like a change of scenery. And again, there's so much change in my life, but like just a little break. So I'm really glad that this challenge is coming to an end soon and that we are going away for Christmas and everything, because I think that will be really good just for me mentally and emotionally. And also, like, when you're cooking from home all the time, like, even though I'm cooking different meals all the time, like, it is nice. I love eating out, so I think that will be good for my morale as well, as I can eat again. Also unreal part of this week was my massage and my cupping. Just so good. Like I just absolutely adored them. Yeah, it's been great. Weight wise, there's been no change. It's pretty much the same. Like sometimes it might fluctuate down a little bit, but it always ends up coming back up. So it is what it is. But I am noticing a change in my clothes now, and you know, I don't know. I think there definitely is a bit of body recomposition going on, but I'd like to see the scales change. Like I can't believe I've gotten this far and it's still basically the same. I thought maybe it might like plateau for a while and then like near the end of the challenge I'll see it come down, but it's not happening. So it is what it is. Other than that, I'm just trying to see, is there anything before I get into the food? The water has been no problem. I'm definitely drinking way more than the 4 liters. Progress pick, I sometimes nearly forget it. Like thank God I haven't actually forgotten it, but like in general across the whole challenge there's been 1 or 2 times that I've been a bit hairy, but typically it's fine. I just have it habit stacked for when I'm getting dressed. And the book, you know, the book I'm reading now, The Big Short, I'm finding it really really interesting. But something that I am also finding really interesting is that I'm getting really distracted when I am meant to be reading that book. And it's not the book, it's not that I find the book boring or it's not like really captivating. It is, but I'm thinking maybe I'm actually reading at the wrong time. Like maybe that's when my brain, like it is like what, 10, half 10, 11 when I'm trying to read my 10 pages in the morning. So like maybe my brain is just firing and I should be using my brain actually for more productive things, like creative things, like stuff to do with my business at that time, and not reading my 10 pages and reading my 10 pages later in the day. I'm just fearful of like being really tired and like just getting through the pages for the sake of getting through it and not really enjoying it. But I don't know, it's certain, maybe it's like change in my mental capacity or something, but like I definitely think that that is something worth thinking about, of like actually maybe that's like peak time for me to be doing other stuff. I do feel like once this challenge is gone, I'm just gonna have so much more time for my business. Like I will not be doing 2 45-minute workouts per day, and that's just gonna bring me back so much time. Not that like I definitely won't be doing anything, or not that I definitely won't be reading, but I won't have to do it, you know. So I feel like I'm gonna have a lot more space to do other things. Now, just to finish up on my food for the week, so I'm sure you've just watched the vlog so you already know, but there were a few changes. So I did do another ChatGPT shop, but this time, and I suppose this also ties in with the kind of Groundhog Day thing, I was like, look, I don't want everything to be like a one pan thing. Like I want variety. I want to use the oven, I want to use the air fryer, I want to use pots and boil things and do like I want change. I don't want everything just to be like, oh, it's a one pan dish. And I also want like newness. Like I felt like ChatGPT kind of like took the first week and it was like the ingredients that were there for that. It's like, oh well, that's the ingredients I liked, so therefore we're only ever going to use those ingredients. I'm like, no, like I spent so long back and forth, it was so tedious trying to get like a variety of things. So like trying to get ChatGPT to comprehend that I want to introduce other stuff, not just like the narrow amount of ingredients that they already use, was just like insane. It was very frustrating actually, but it's worth doing it. But yeah, like with the shop, it's very much like, you know, think of meals that have a different variety of like cooking methods, think of different cuisines, think of like Greek, think of Asian, think of roasts, like Irish roast dinners, think of Mexican, like lots of different types of meals. So, you know, it is a little bit tedious, but we got there in the end. I did bake my soda bread again and I used up all my brown flour. So until I get more, that's kind of like the end of my soda bread, which is sad. But I did gift one of them to Brona's teacher and she loved it. So that was happy days. I used the flatbreads, which I never really bought before, and I absolutely loved them. So they'd be kind of like Greek, but I was using them even for like peanut butter and banana and stuff, and it was really nice. So I'm really glad to have them in my life now. I feel like I'm really after introducing so many things, like even the kimchi and the sauerkraut and all that. Like it's, I just have these now in my life, you know, that I can use going forward. I feel like I'm starting to like reduce just naturally, not like force myself, but like just reducing the size of like the gym nuts and stuff if I do get them, or I'm just not really snacking like in the evenings as much as I was and stuff like that. I think that maybe because my brunches have like completely changed, like they're really filling, like there's lots of potato and stuff in them, and it's probably just fulfilling a lot of stuff for me there as well. And like just in terms of my brunches, like if you look at my brunches from like the beginning of the challenge to now, like they have just evolved so much in that time. It's just absolutely nuts. I did make a 1-pan lasagna, speaking of 1-pan dishes, but that was cool. I would never have thought of doing that, so it was cool just to like experience. That's why I like trying all these recipes and stuff. It's just the experience of doing it, and then if I try it a couple of times then I don't really need to look at the recipe. I'm just kind of making it up as I go, which is what I want to be able to do. I want to be comfortable knowing the different techniques so that I can just make everything up as I go. I can just like look at what I have in the pantry or in the fridge and be like, okay, grand, we're gonna go off and have whatever. I tried 2 Greek dishes. The first one was disgusting. It was absolutely awful. I actually couldn't even stomach it. It was giving me the ick. Like I felt like I wanted to vomit just like eating it. So I threw most of mine in the bin, to be honest, which I don't normally do, but it was just disgusting. And that was trying to use orzo pasta as well, which is very hard to cook. So I still have about half a bag of orzo there, but I'm like reluctant to even try it. But I did another Greek meal, and it was a delicious, and I made my own tzatziki, and it was just so nice, and I was so proud of myself because I love tzatziki, and like that I was able to make it myself. And you know, that's definitely something I can bring with me going forward as well. So that was amazing. I'm really glad about that. And you know, similar to the orzo that I just said, like you could kind of try something to be like, oh, I'm not trying that again. But the fact that I just like went straight back into the Greek food and tried it again, I had like great success. I'm really happy with that. I also, let me just check my notes here. Yeah, I think that like just in terms of like the Groundhog Day and stuff as well, and like there was a couple of times where I was kind of like skipping dinners, or I just wasn't really bothered, or I just didn't really want to eat. I feel like I'm getting nearly burnt out with like the amount of cooking that I've been doing. Having like said everything I just said about like really enjoying it and thinking it's great, like I think I'm also getting or a little bit burnt out by it all. And I've just noticed that I really want my brunches to be like even less labor intensive, although I am really enjoying like the chorizo and bacon hash and stuff like that. They're so nice, actually, really tasty, with all the veg in it and stuff. But it's not even that I don't want to have them, it's just that I don't want to have to constantly all day every day, even though I'm only doing it twice a day, but it just takes so long to be chopping and peeling and dicing and all of that sort of stuff. Like I just feel like I'm doing it so much, so I'm kind of like, I'd rather if my brunch was like maybe smaller or more simple, like a couple of boiled eggs on toast or something, and then having a more like peeling and chopping and dicing and seasoning and all the things for the dinner. So that's kind of where I'm coming to now, of kind of like just simplifying the brunches a bit. But having said that, like I am only having the 2 meals a day. I think it's more so like when I have really my own space and my own time, it won't be like every day chopping and dicing. It will be kind of like batch dicing the onion, for example, and then being able to just take from that, or you know, like stuff that I can do, like obviously not stuff that once it oxygenates it's going to turn bad if you don't use it, but like just certain stuff, if I can like batch do it, then batch do it, you know, and then I have it there. Like even I'm pretty sure you can like batch like chop like peppers and stuff and just have them like in the freezer or in the fridge. So like just doing that will just like, if I can do that, then it'll make my life so much easier. But that's not something I'm doing right now in my life, but I can see that as something that would help and still allow me to have like big volume meals. So anyway, interesting week, busy week, loved my massage. A weird week in terms of the Groundhog Day and just being like, oh, you know, I just kind of want this over. I'm having lots of thoughts about the difference between this 75 hard journey and the journey that I did 18 months ago or 2 years ago. It's coming up 2 years now. It'll be 2 years the 1st of January. Because at that point, like I was starting off, it was like dark, short days, really cold, and it was like progressively getting brighter and warmer and into the summer, whereas it was the opposite here. Days are getting shorter, it's getting colder, but also it's coming into Christmas time, and I'm like, I just want to be able to enjoy this time, as opposed to before I was kind of like, oh yeah, sure, it's grand, like it's coming into summer. Now it's coming into Christmas, and I just want to kind of like not be doing this. Like I want to be able to just like throw caution to the wind and do whatever and just kind of like snack, get all fed and sassy. I don't know if you've seen that, but it's a really cute video from the internet. But that's it. So I will see you next week for week 10. This is a 10.5 week journey. So next week is my last final full week, and then once that's finished I just have 5 days. So getting into the last full week is wild, can't believe it, but really looking forward to it. So I will see you all there. Bye.